Post Talks brought to you by the Holzhauer Motorsports team out of Nashville, Illinois. 5 of the 6 tractors are from the Badger State. Steve Bousma, the only non-Badger State guy, so this is going to be fun. This is your Badger State points champion, 2022, Nick Gallitz, running in the red. I got to warm him up a little bit. That stinks. You don't know if that was a guillotine shut off or what happened there, but definitely fell underneath the turbocharger on that. So that is 1-1 tough tractor. If I was a good announcer, I'd run down there like Charles and see what's going on, but I'm not gonna. So because I'm old. Oh, Leroy, back to you, Leroy.
Hey, all right, back to me. Okay, so we are here with the #1 tractor, the checking out tractor out of Hoopston, Illinois. Now, I know Ryan Anderson's supposed to be standing here. He had to go home. Anderson's not doing the best. He's in the hospital. They're watching at home, okay? Justin Jeffries, you filled in for him. You did a phenomenal job, dude.
Yeah, I'm really blessed to stand here. Ryan's a great guy. His family's good. So me and Bub and DJ and Kent, we took the tractor and we told him we'd get it down the track. I never thought I'd hopefully that his dad will come out of this and he'll be back on the tractor and running good. So.
You got a lot of fans here in the building tonight. You got a lot of fans back home in Vermilion County, Illinois, back in Hoopston, Illinois. So Justin Jeffries, phenomenal job driving the checking out tractor.
Thank you. Thanks. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Track was good. Thanks Super Rooster Motorsports, Corsa Data, Cody McKinley, Hot Shot Secret, Aaron Doctor, Salabeam Performance. Without them guys, the crew, me, myself, I mean, we work on it all the time. Without any of these guys, then we wouldn't be here today. So it's just a big family. You make friends with who you want to make friends with, and hope for the best.
All right, Trip Downing #3, Shane Masson #2, and the Ryan Anderson checking out tractor driven by Justin Jeffries #1. Give him a hand, folks. Our 9,300-pound Super Farm.
Good job, Leroy Schluter. Congratulations to all the competitors here this weekend. And to stand on the podium is an awesome job. Way to go, guys. Way to go. So Nick Gallitz is dropping to the bottom.
We're going to find out what happened. Air knife's shut. They haven't opened it up yet to check, but that's
what it sounded like from hip here too. So Steve Bousma is going to be our first measurable distance of the night. We do have 6 here in our 9,700-pound limited pro stock. These tractors weigh 9,500 pounds outdoors. Clint gives a lot of these classes a couple extra 100 pounds because of the smoke tube. We're commonly known as a 4.1 limited pros because of the size of the inlet on our turbocharger. 24 5s on the back, 640 cubic inch P-pump. Tractors, I would say we're hearing the big top horsepower numbers in our class these days is at 2,700 horsepower range. So Steve Bousma got his ticket punched to the National Farm Receiver Show in 2023 in about a month. He's going to see if he can tear into these 5 Badger State tractors tonight and win the 23 Midwest International. Here comes Special Edition. That's going to be tough to beat. That's going to be tough to beat. That thing was locked in, had the front end up in the air. So what kind of mile per hour, Charles? Did you see that at all?
It's just showing 0. So
okay, well,
he went to plaid.
Clearly faster than that, but that's all good. So
he went to plaid.
Over 35, it goes blank. Then we'll start that rumor. Over 40. Let's bump. Yeah, over 40, it just goes blank. So
yeah, because I've seen a 39 come up on a board before.
Steve Bousma Special Editions goes 299.7. Set the distance to beat. Kathy Gallitz, Nick's mom, just texted me saying, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "I don't know.
We don't know."
But she's watching, so we'll tell her. So pay attention to the Fair Valley Performance replay up there. 299.7. Just pick that front end up nice twice. Set it down nice. Never did the big slam on the ground that caused you to lose all that momentum. So what was the winning distance in the light pros? 297 or 290?
Yeah, that's right.
Because they were digging some pretty big holes out there.
That's close.
to let him get through that like that. That's a.
And these
that's
guys got an
impressive.
extra 1,000 pounds to drop through
Correct.
those holes.
Correct. So Steve, again, runs with Western Series primarily in the summer, Nebraska Bush. And 295 was our winning distance then. Okay, in the light pros, Mr. Mark Smith. John Kutz, Dig and Deer, your 21 Badger State points champion from Jefferson, Wisconsin. Also right down the road from Mr. Lemke, Robbie Lemke. You've heard that name a lot from those Wisconsin John Deeres.
I heard they build motors.
Yeah, they're pretty good at it too. Pretty good at it too. So, man, Charles, it is so good to see this place just full of happy pulling fans. So,
Absolutely. Makes it fun. Makes it fun for us, too.
sure does. It sure does. Wesley, how can I help you, sir?
I don't know.
Just say go, Dad. Okay.
Go, Dad.
Go, Dad. That's right. Steve Belsma, that special distance. Again, this class is sponsored by Holzhauer Motorsports out of Nashville, Illinois. Shout out to Brad Holzhauer and all the 6'18ers back home watching. 299 and 7 is going to be the distance to beat. Is going to be the distance to beat. We got 2 green ones, we got 3 red ones, and we got a white one. And the white one happens to be the raffle tractor that we're going to give away right after this class.
That is coming up. So,
It's over 10. Yep.
want to get in on that? You need to get down here in the corner. Tickets blocked.
Any John Deere fans here tonight? Okay. Any international fans? Any people here just to drink beer? Hey!
Always the loudest.
That's an easy one. Going to come up short there, Kutzy, as you saw him, that extra third bounce going down the track. I don't know if this is biting a little bit more than last night, but we didn't see the front ends do this as much last night as we are tonight, Charles.
Yeah, it might be just a little bit tighter. 29.4 miles an hour for that John Deere. Digging Deere.
286.15. That'll be up there on the screen here in a second. All of you watching at home on the live stream from all the different countries and states, thank you so much for that. We truly appreciate all your support there as well. Another great way to support truck and tractor pulling is with the live stream. Laura brought us some ice cream, Charles, I see. Thank you so much. I'm teasing. I'm a teasing. Yeah. Here comes the dark horse. Who bought their raffle ticket to win this replica tractor? Yep, that's cool. Good luck to everybody. I hope I win it. Just throwing that out there. I think Tim Vorwald's going to win it, actually, because he won the 50-50 raffle this afternoon, won his class tonight, and then what the heck, he might as well win
Might as
the
well at
raffle
that
ticket.
point. Who knows? There might be somebody in this building who is extremely wealthy. I heard that Mega Millions jackpot was claimed, and I think it was Illinois. Where it went.
How many pro stocks I would have, Charles?
All of them.
All of them. I would just have the Jason Schultz pro stock class.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to drive all of them. So, you know, you got to wait like when Simons have 9 two-wheel
Yeah.
drives in a class and they have to hustle back.
I'll pay people to just have an ATV
Yeah,
ready to
just
take
drive
you
me
right
back,
back.
yeah.
Let's go again.
Okay, so Justin has $400 worth of tickets left.
After these are sold, there will be 2,000 tickets sold. This is it. So if anybody wants them, come get them.
Let's come get them.
400 tickets left. Sell them out.
It's going to St. Jude's. Replica of this tractor right here. Kevin
Shriners.
Engelking. Shriners, I'm sorry. We give all this money away and I forget. The Shriners. I apologize. Because no, that was a raffle tractor a couple weeks ago for Arts Thing, or not Arts Thing, Tunica. Hook Magazine, Lively, all those guys. We interview way too many people on our shows. I got to take better notes. So, Kevin Engelking, your prelim winner last night. Charles, he had a picture perfect pass last night.
Yeah.
That front end was just about 1.5 feet off the ground and carried it all the way down the track.
Yeah,
So
I think we talked about it. Like if he would have come over and said, "What could I have done different or better?" and the answer would have been nothing.
nothing. Yeah. I won. What else
Yeah.
do you want me to do? So Kevin has his own dyno service. He was a guest on our Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers every Monday night at 7 p.m. 2 Monday nights ago. Greg Elsine went down there and interviewed Kevin, so we debuted that. So where's all my WFA White Water Equipment fans? Make some noise. This is one of the best. That's going to move it into a strong number 2. I'm guessing 293-ish there, Charles, 294?
I'm going to say 96 and a half.
296 and a half, that's your guess. Steve Bausma will continue to lead here officially. We'll make it a I want to unmute everybody. I'm going to let the video play for a little bit, guys. It's Monday, January 16th, the Monday after the Midwest Winter Nationals. I know I hope everybody's as tired as I am, so it's all good. It is all good. Greg, I got to unmute you yet. Greg, can you unmute yourself, bud? Yeah, I need you to unmute yourself.
Are we good?
Yeah. So welcome everybody to Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We have 5 limited pro stock competitors that made up the 6 and the finalists, 5 of them from the Badger State Tractor Pullers. John Stranley, your host, up in the upper left corner. Tom Gallitz up in the upper right. Josh Dutton, middle left. Greg Elsine, middle. John Kutz on the middle right there. And then Kevin Engelking on the bottom. Where'd Nick Gallitz go? He was here a little bit ago. Oh, I swear he was here. So, Greg, are you unmuted now? So
I am. I think so. You hear me?
Yeah, Nick Gallitz was on here. How in the hell does Tom Gallitz get on here? And he's not even good at technology. And where's Nick at? So.
Right. All you have to do is push the button.
Even I can push the button. Yeah, too. Nick told me how to do it though.
He just told you which button to push.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nick, Nick said he lost connection. Come back in, Nick, on that one and do that. So it's great to have everybody on tonight. Kevin looked like his internet was struggling a little bit. He's been bouncing in and out. I'm going to bring the screen back up here and share the video. Talked to Greg this morning, and Greg and I went around the Midwest Internationals, and I think we interviewed every puller that's a Badger State member that competed at the Midwest Winter Nationals this past weekend. If we missed somebody, we're sorry. We tried. We ran around and different things like that. But Greg and I were texting this morning. We decided to invite all the 4-1 competitors on the show tonight that made the finals and talk about the successful weekend that the Badger State Tractor Pullers had at the Midwest Winter Nationals. So I'm going to talk for a second, and I'm going to let Greg and John take over. That's the smoothest run indoor pull I've ever seen in my life. They did a great job of sled settings. They kept you guys out of the sand. That helps. It slows down a little bit when you have to back the sled up every time. Also eliminates a lot of breakage. And then the smoke tube had 0 issues as far as I know all weekend long. We want to talk about ramming a lot of stuff as we watch Josh Dutton and Time for One More from Darien, Wisconsin head down the track right now. So Greg, Stranley, time for me to shut up and you guys to talk. So
welcome everybody.
Before we start, John, we have to congratulate your tractor on the win down there in the finals, don't we?
We got second down there, but running with the crew that we run with down there, that was just as good as a win. If there'd have been a ring, we'd have won the ring. We got second both nights, so a lot of people to thank, and that's the first time we've run indoors, and so that was pretty awesome. I was on the phone with Brian while he was running and made some adjustments over the phone with him and helped him out. So a lot of fun watching all you guys down there. Wish I could have been there.
But we had a rough row in the finals for the 4-1s here. Kevin, I think, and Tom ended up in second, right, Tom?
Yeah.
Then Nick was third, and Kevin was fourth.
Yep, I believe so.
We let that Minnesota Gopher beat us.
I did not tune his tractor as well as I should have.
Let some more air out of his tires, huh?
No, I was just going to tighten his injector lines.
Oh, right. But Kevin, you won the qualifier down there. What do you think was a little different in the second round? Can you hear me, Kevin?
Yeah, I finally got a hold of you.
Sorry. Kevin just got back on, Greg. He missed your question, Greg.
You won the qualifier. What do you think changed a little bit in the second round? What was the difference, you think, in the finals?
We didn't. We had a little bit of weight to the front, you know, and I kind of pulled a little bit farther over toward the right hand side. I kind of figured so. But yet it was a good run. We did about what we could do for that night, you know.
It was. Yep. Can't win them all, right?
Exactly. No, we were pleased with it. So.
Yep. Didn't break any. Nobody broke anything. We all had a good weekend, I think, right?
Well, I know when the boys unloaded it here and we could back it in the shop, that was kind of a good feeling. You know, we're kind of ready to go for the spring, so it'll be good.
Well, the boys are pretty happy they got it home without wrecking anything, too, I bet.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, exactly.
Right. John, you got questions for Kevin?
Kevin, that had to be pretty sweet having your toy tractor built for that, and then to give that away. That had to be a really good feeling, huh?
That had to be the best part, the highlight of my weekend, I would say. You know, the fellow that won it, the ironic thing is that he was actually in the Shriners Hospital when he was a young man. So that was unbelievable that he actually won the tractor also.
Wow. It was amazing what they did there for that too. It raised over $10,000. Somebody come out and gave $500. They said there, one of the announcers, just to get it over 10. And the people that gave for that in the pulling community is amazing. That was very neat to see.
That's for sure. Like I say, it was wonderful to be a part of that. Anytime you can help the kids out, it's a pretty big deal to me. So
you're gonna get another one made? Justin gonna make you one to put on your shelf?
He certainly is. I wouldn't be without it for sure. And I think he's gonna make us a couple of them for a couple people I know. So that'll be really good.
Awesome. Great weekend by all. Gallitz's boy. Everybody made the finals, and Tom, you must have made some changes for you and Nick for Saturday night. You guys seem to come out a little stronger, whether you changed gear or did some things different. What kind of helped you out?
We changed the weighting just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. We changed the air pressure in the tires a little bit.
Yep.
And it seemed like it helped.
Okay.
Made a couple nice passes, and even Kevin's the first night. Kevin picked the front end and carried it. So Johnny picked it nice the first night. You guys were down a little bit lower in the nose, and I don't know if you changed gear or not. It was hard to hear as much, you know, like the engines, like I like to hear when we're at the pole. But well, you guys all sounded good.
Yeah, we had a pretty successful weekend.
Yep. I think Tom in the finals there, Tom, of the Badger State guys, you had the smoothest run, and at 250 feet, I really thought you had it, but just a couple feet short.
Yeah, I had to touch the brake just a little bit, right, kind of early on in the run, and I truly believe if I wouldn't have had to touch the brake, it probably could have been there.
Yep.
That's the way it goes.
Look at 299, 298, 297, 296, 294. You can put a sheet over the top four there. That's amazing.
Yeah.
How'd you like that Friday night when me and Nick were 1/10 apart?
Right.
Yeah. That was close.
I guess our two tractors run almost the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they run the same in the dyno?
They're pretty close.
Pretty close. Same time.
Kevin said the dyno can say whatever we want it to. He says you can't always trust the dyno guy.
Right. That's what I heard.
The dyno's pretty good. It's the guy running it that you can't trust. You got to look out for him.
I know one thing, that we definitely would not be where we are without the help of Mr. Engelking.
Yep.
That's true.
He's been there for the last 15, 18, 20 years for us, helping us, and it shows.
Yep. We've been there many times too, grinding feed. I always say we're going to Engelking's to grind feed when we go down there.
We ground quite a bit of feed the last month there.
Tom's trying to wreck things down here. I tell him take it easy. We got to have some left for the other guys, but he's trying to wear it out, I think, so we can't dyno our own. So
Yeah. That was the goal, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
he got the white in there on us.
16,000 passes on there. Tom's got 15,500 of them.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah, no doubt. So.
Well, I was really happy that we could make 4 test passes with the white there that your guys did Wednesday night, Greg. Your boys did a great job with the white.
It helped us all out, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that final pass, the clutch is pretty wore out. If I had a good clutch, I know I could have got you, Tom. But the boys did me in. So
Hey, the boys were on my side on that one, Kevin.
yeah, no, I'll tell you. I was talking to Clint after that final night, and he said I wouldn't want to put a bet on any one of you guys. He said because when you're coming down the track, you sure can't tell much difference. So
Right.
he said they all look like they're pretty close, and I said, well, you got it right on the head. You know, it's whoever's has the best setup, I think, and a lot of the time will just be the winner there. You know.
Yeah, they're all so close in horsepower, and it all just boils down to how smooth the pass is.
All right. Josh, how'd you fare down there both nights? I guess you got like fourth?
Third the first night and fifth finals.
Fifth in the finals. What would have you changed in the finals to maybe do a little better?
I wish I wouldn't have watched Nick pull his first hook on finals night. I moved 100 pounds back up the front when he took off, and I hit my head right away, and that's what I would not done that. So I could have just outside and took a leak, watched it.
Yeah. Yeah. But live and learn. You got to go with your gut instinct the first.
Yeah.
Stick with.
Either way, you guys here at home watching was right at the edge of the seat, and to see 5 Badger State tractors end up in the finals, there's only 6 going in out of how many total? That's a pretty large statement. That's kudos to all of you.
Well, I thought it was pretty cool. The first close to all work actually, Tom and closer, but it was pretty cool to stand there on the edge of the end of the track and watch it. So,
Yep.
Because I had an early hook, I was third hook that night. So. And the first 2 never made it on the track. So.
Right. Yep, that's hard to judge when the first guys don't get down the track. So,
Johnny, did you change much from Friday night to Saturday night when you run?
Well, not a lot. I guess I wish I would have, but I got a fairly new set of tires on it. And they worked Saturday night, so they kind of broke in my pass. A little bit Saturday.
Look, yours was breathing a little bit of oil out the breather when you got done Saturday night. There, was it a little hot at the end of the run, or is it okay?
I think oil wasn't quite as it should have, and I don't know if it's not bleeding off. Going through the head.
Does somebody have a TV playing or something in the background at their house? If they do, maybe if you could ask them to turn it down, that'd be awesome. Sorry. Back to you, John.
It wasn't me. Nobody here.
we didn't hear actually. All right.
Say that again, Greg. You broke up.
I was just asking John. I didn't think anybody heard what he said about the oil on the blow by. The motor's all right.
Yeah, I think everything's all right. I think just the motor wasn't overly warm. It just wasn't draining down back into the pans quick enough. So it was just running out the breathers a little bit. But otherwise, it seems good.
It's always good when there's oil running out. Then you know there's something in there.
Yeah, right.
That's just bleeding horsepower.
Right.
Yeah. Right, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was going to change it anyway.
yep, exactly.
So Adam Stevens said, I was disappointed I couldn't make it to all Badger Dr. Pullers final. And Brian Schwer got on and said, congratulations to all, too. So there's a couple messages that have come up. So if anybody's got questions for these guys, please let us know. Type them in and we'll ask them.
Well, that was my first year being there. I guess anybody that's been there before, is the crowd bigger or smaller or good, same size? How was it?
Definitely bigger this year.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It was
I'd
a
say
lot bigger
so.
crowd Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year, from what I remember, Thursday night crowd was pretty sparse. This year was pretty good.
You guys all think you'll be going back again to defend our good finish here?
Yeah.
I think we'll have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get on Mason and Avery for not making the 6 tractor get in there. What happened? You know,
I'm gonna get a better injection line for him.
yeah.
They'll get there. There's no doubt in my mind.
Other than that was a good show. What do you guys have changed for next year? And I don't think you got to change anything. We got 5 finals, right?
We might have to grind a little more feed.
Grind a little more feed, find something different.
I think so.
How about you, Josh? You gonna go grind some of Kevin's feed for him?
Well, I just go once or twice.
Got some new stuff to try, or just dial in better?
Actually, I'm kind of happy we don't have to work on it right now. And Kutz we're going to run to Kansas City and they both got canceled, so I can sit in the shop right now and we can just stare at it. So
okay. What, Kansas City? Why did that get canceled?
I heard last week Kansas City got canceled.
Yeah, they're not having it. They lost their title sponsor, and it cost Clint a lot of money to rent that building in Shipshewana, and it costs a lot of money to rent that building in Kansas City. So they're working on setting it up for 2024. I got a funny John Kutz. Do you know Charlie Johnson?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, he spelled your name wrong. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. You guys are gonna freaking cry laughing, and I'm. I just thought that was funny.
That is funny. We'll use that one.
He added. I don't think anybody's gonna call you Hollywood ever again after this one, cunts. Oh shoot! Happy Monday, buddy. Happy Monday, Charlie Johnson. I'm sure you're a hell of a guy. You got fingers like I do, and you typed him into your phone wrong. But I had to giggle a little bit when I saw that one pop up there. So.
Belichick might have corrected it for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got any questions more for these guys, John, or what do you got?
Tom, out of you guys, who's had the most success over the years at the Midwest Winter Nationals or indoor polling? I guess let's just go around the room. I mean, do include Louisville, and like, what are your best finishes, guys? Louisville, Gordyville, Shipshewana, wherever other indoor polls you've been. Kutzy, can you go first?
Well, as far as the limited pro, this would have been my bars with a second. I think Super Farm, I won it. So
okay.
Tucker put I think it was $5,000 that year, and he put $5,000 in cash on the top of my hood when I was done. So, but that was pretty cool. So
that looks cool.
Louisville, I've done all right as a Super Farm, but Louisville wants. So
cool. Gallitz, over the years, Super Farm, Limited Pro, what's your indoor track record look like?
Al had some pretty good luck down in Gordyville that year that John won it. Al got second, and I might have won it once down there at Gordyville, but Limited Pro wise, last year at Shipshewana, we got Friday night I got first, and then not quite as good in the finals. And down in Louisville, we had some success like 2006 and 7 or 5 and 6. We won our class down there in Super Farm, but not so much after that.
How about you, Kevin?
We never really ran the Limited Pro one. I think we went to Gordyville once, and we didn't get along very well down there. Shipshewana last year, of course, we won the finals. We had a 5th and then we won it. And then, of course, this year we won 1, and then we were 4th. So I guess what we've done so far, we've been really happy with.
Yeah, that's awesome. Josh, how much indoor pulling have you done since you've been pulling, bud?
A couple of years I have had Limited Pro. I made finals last year and took a piston, so I had to sit out. That was pretty tough. And this year this was the best I've ever finished in Chip, so it was fun.
Does it help to watch the other guys go, Josh, and read from the tractors you know and see?
Yeah, it does. And I mean, I'm just to be up there close to them, you know. Just I gotta compete with these guys all summer long. It's tough, you know. It's a tough group to hang with. So, but I mean, we had a lot of fun. If everybody knew what we were doing when we're not pulling, everybody's joking around with each other and, you know, having a good time. And that's what I like most. So.
Yeah. Everybody's a tough competitor on the track, and when we get to the pits, we all have a beer together or do it. I think I ate all your wife's cookies she brought, but they were good.
Kind of underestimated himself a little bit too. He's one.
Hey, John, is Wesley's voice back yet, or did he still lose it?
I think it is. He's trying to catch up on homework tonight for being gone all week. So.
Yep. He come up Saturday night and he wanted to say something over the microphone, and he could really say "Go, Dad," and it was kind of funny listening to him try that out there. So
Jason, he put Natalie had he's got a watch that records so we can get a hold of him, track him, and he put 24 miles on Friday running around.
like Elston would die if he walked 24 miles.
I would. Especially if you were the guy that had to come and get me.
Yeah, but be nice to me tonight. I've been nice. Hey, Kathy. So guys, if you're joining us, we're live with Down and Dirty with the Badger State Tractor Pullers. We have our 5. So there were 6 tractors that made the finals Saturday night in Shipshewana, Indiana. 5 of them were Badger State competitors in the 4.1 limited pro stock class. And Greg and I talked this morning, like, hey, let's have the guys come on tonight and talk about it a little bit. Greg and I did go through all the pits. We did our best. We think we got every Badger State competitor. I know we might have missed Joe Wiltz with the Relentless Ford 3.6 pro stock diesel truck. It was hard to nail everybody down. I think we tried to find Josh Stahl, but he was watching the Chili Bowl races out in his toter home. But for the most part, we went around, got an interview with everybody, and just talked about the importance of, as a Badger State member, traveling to some of these national indoor pulls in the off season, and then just showing what you got. And we definitely think, without a doubt, the limited pros had the best showing from top to bottom, if you will, in all of the classes. I know, what did Chip got second in Super Farm or third in Super Farm? I think third, right? Or second?
Third?
Second and third.
Okay. And then Meyer did good. He made the finals, right? With Double Trouble and Hot Farm.
He was second.
He was second. Okay. Yeah, there was 54 hot farms there, and over all the flights, it was by far the biggest class there. Gallitz, was there 16 or 18 4-1s in the qualifier?
I think there was 16. There was supposed to be 19, but there was a few no-shows.
Yeah, and then that would, and then obviously we took the top 6 to the finals, and again 5 of you were there. And Steve Belsma, I had a lot of fun with him. As Nick was coming down the track, I made him stand on the top of the podium with me, and I said, "You're either, after Nick pulls, you're either going to be here or here," and it was kind of fun. And I like messing with Belsma a little bit because he's shy, and I had a lot of fun with him doing that. So
Steve and Mike are good guys. They're great guys.
They're great guys. Kevin, with you being the raffle tractor, how many people came up? I mean, your tractor is gorgeous. I don't care what brand it is, but with it being a white and not a lot of whites, what kind of comments and what did you hear? I mean, did you have a little more people checking out the tractor this weekend than normal, or was it normal because it's such a pretty tractor?
I think there was a few more there. There were some people from New York there, and actually they come from all over to look at it. You know, it's something different, and we're pretty proud of that. Like to be something different and make something run. So it's pretty neat to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely had fun going to them events and enjoy the people to talk to.
Perfect. Greg, your future daughter-in-law said that no, he chose not to use the ring light I gave you for this because somebody asked me if you were sleeping on the screen, Greg. So
that was heavy, Kevin Schell.
Okay, that was definitely Kevin Schell. Yep. So
heavy.
Well, I'm at the shop yet. I didn't make it home.
Okay.
So I got all my stuff at home for this.
Well, I see the 2 liter of 7-Up, so I know what you're drinking. So that's good. So,
just 7-Up.
Whatever.
It's been a rough week. I had the fair convention Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday before this.
I feel terrible for you, Elson. You have a rough life, kiddo. You have a rough life. So
it was.
Yeah, Shrenley puts his head down, gives a heart thing. Hey guys, a question just for 4-1 in general. With the 5.0 Pro Stock coming out, and that's not going to have a big impact in Wisconsin immediately or ever. I don't ever truly see it becoming a Badger State class the way we sit right now with the strength of the Pro Stocks. I don't know if that was something WTPA would ever answer, but like Kevin, you're very clued in with the whole world and Kutz and Gallitz and Dutton. what do you think that 5.0 class is going to do to our numbers as a 4-1 competitor? Kevin, I'd like to, you talk to a lot of people with the dyno service.
I think you're going to have your certain amount of people that maybe are pro stock. I'm not sure how it's going to work. Some guys will want to come down if they're getting, it'll depend what they want to do. Other guys may want to try the 5.0 thing out. But I think there's quite a few of us guys that enjoy what we're doing in the class we're in, and I think we'll have a few years of 4-1 going on.
Yep, good. Gallitz, what's your opinion, bud?
I would love to have the component, but I don't think I want to really move up to that. I know that there's a couple of Badger State Pro stocks that Carl Kahn in particular, he was down to my shop here a week ago, and he's waiting for the 5-inch class because he says that the big pro class is just getting too expensive and crazy. I think you'd see eventually, I think you'd see a couple of 4-1s move up and a couple of big pros move down, and maybe a new one or two. I don't think it's gonna knock down the 4-1 class around here. I think it's pretty strong, and I think it's going to stay strong.
Yep, I would agree with that. Kutz, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm kind of thinking the same way. You got Randy Bruce second that fit that thing quite well. But as 4-1, I don't see a switch. I mean, right now we can kind of go pretty much anywhere across the country if we want.
Yep, and that's nice that the 4-1 rules are they truly are countrywide. And that makes me happy there. Dutton, what are you kind of hearing? Any of your friends or anybody talking about that 5.0 class?
Just Kutz, but I'm staying right where I'm at. So.
Oh, okay.
You build the hot farm, now you got to build another one for your son.
I'm still making payments on this 4-1 I built, so.
I can understand that.
I was told Josh had a component coming already anyway.
No, Kevin won't dyno it.
Yeah.
We're working on Kevin there about dynoing a 5.0. He's not sure yet, but we're working on him.
I love it. I love it.
Tom, I told Tom, I said it's got to make as much as the white first. So.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The 5.0. It would take us all a 5.0 to make what the white makes on 4.1, Kevin.
Don't worry, Tom. No.
Well, nobody's ever there to watch Kevin's numbers to know what he's got.
Right. That's true.
Honestly, as honest as Kevin is, I would guess that a couple of you guys probably already know. Especially Gallitz, if you have a second home down there at the Engelking Ranch, you probably have a pretty good chance. Kevin might say something.
I have no idea what that white makes. I know it makes at least 300.
That sounds good.
It's at least 300.
Tom looks at my sheets more than I do. So.
Yeah, because we can't find ours, Kevin.
Yeah, no kidding. Huh?
We're going to try to get better at that, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, how long have you been part of Badger State Tractor Pullers, Dutton?
Rookie of the year in 19.
Okay. So what's it mean? And then like a lot of people on the screen grew up in tractor pulling with dad or grandpa or whatever. What's your involvement, Josh? How did you get into this?
I mean, my dad took me to pulls all the time. We went and just could never afford it. And my wife finally let me get into it, and here's where we're at. So I am, I'm blessed to be able to do it. I think it is, it's not something that everybody can do, but it's a lot of fun. So
what's it mean to be a Badger State member to you, Josh?
I got a sticker on the back of my truck, and I don't put stickers on my truck. That's how proud I am to be a Badger State tractor. It was one of my biggest goals, my biggest dreams. It's just pretty cool. And then I get in the organization, and 99.9% of the guys are just like, they're all good guys. Everybody gets along. They're there. They have fun too. So
You should tell the story, Josh, about Elkhorn. You told me about bringing your hot farm down there, getting it built in the roll cage. I thought it was a good story.
So in 2018, I finally convinced my wife to let me buy an altered farm tractor, and I was pulling that altered farm 466 class from, let's say, July 20th on. That summer I got it on July 20th, I believe, and we got a fab shop. We built grain elevators, so we got some pretty cool stuff in the shop, and we bought a cage because I didn't think we could get one fabbed up quick enough, and got it so it could pull Badger State. And that year, Badger State was pulling at our hometown fair, Walworth County, and I had it ready to go for the fair and got tacked. Everything was good, and ended up getting out of the 18 that night. I got 9th, and I was looking. I would never look back. I went to, John Meyer Jr. had a motor built for it. We put a new chassis under the hot farm and just started over with the whole tractor, and I just loved it. And so in 2019, I ran that whole season as a hot farm. And when my son, we knew he was going to be 16, I always wanted to go to bigger pulls a little bit, and talked to John Meyer Jr. again, and he's like, well, you're not going to be happy with the super farm. And he runs a 4-1 with 16. He ran the hot farm all year, and I was pretty excited about that too. So there's now there's 2 Meyer boys that were Cole and Lane, and one turned 16 one year with Jacob, and the other one turned 16 a year later. So those 3 boys are together at the pulls and in the hot farm class, and it's all, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think it's just a lot of neatness with it. So my daughter says it's like a steer show. Everybody put a steer show or whatever, and it's the same people that go to it. There's the same crowds. They bring their stuff, and everybody's what they had last week. And that kind of, my daughter says tractor pulling is, it's all good people. They all bring the same stuff every week, and you're going to compete again. So there's so many of these people that in Badger State that I talk to on a regular basis. We're good friends now. We go on, we hang out all the time, but off season, that's what's cool.
Yep. Tom, we got a question up there on the screen for you. I know Nick's tractor's going to farm show. Basically, I think it says, Tom, with you pulling at Ship, does that help you guys get ready for the National Farm Machinery Show? And with the shorter track, what prep will go into that? And what would it mean to make the finals at the farm show?
First of all, it was kind of a pass, but it was kind of a warm up for us. That was kind of the plan, to see how the tractor would react. The shorter track is definitely going to be a little bit different than Ship. That's what we really love about going to Ship. You got a 300-foot track, and but we're going to have to get on our A game to get down there, and we would absolutely be thrilled to make the finals with it.
Yep. There's 2 sessions of Limited Pros in Louisville this year, correct? Right?
Correct. Thursday and Friday night.
What night do you pull, Tom?
Thursday night.
Does Gerlach pull on Friday night then?
I think he does. Yes.
So they stack you top each other. Yep. So that'll be fun to watch you down there.
It's gonna be great.
We're really excited about getting down there. It's been probably at least 10 years or better since we've been down there. A dozen years.
Oh, really? It doesn't seem that way.
I think 2010 is the last time we pulled down there.
But that was with the Super Farms yet?
11, yeah. Super Farms yet. We had them both down there that one year. It had to be 11, I guess, because we won. We got first and second on PPL Champion Tour in 10.
Yep. Agreed.
Don't miss traveling, do you?
What's that?
You don't miss traveling to all them, do you?
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I like to get out and drive around a little.
Yeah.
He likes to drive his big truck and show off his 1,200 horsepower truck, pick him up semi truck.
It's not.
There was a Mac hooked to a trailer hauling your tractors around. What was up with that?
What's that?
You got a Mac hooked up to your truck trailer.
Oh, that Mac got 10.2 miles to the gallon going down there and back.
Really? That's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, the toter home's staying in the shed in the salt.
Okay. All right.
So we had to take a single stack Mac with the window in the back.
Did Engelking dyno that before you went down, Tom? The truck, the Mac?
The Mac? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we didn't want to take the motor out.
Fair enough.
Just put it up. That's all.
The Mac dealer probably would not have appreciated that.
Probably not. Probably not. So, Greg and John and I have been talking. We're going to start to interview some Badger State competitors that will be at the farm show between now and then. But we wanted to kind of highlight you all tonight again for a great weekend at the Midwest Winter Nationals and make that happen. Jason Kleppe, he learned how to type, and he says Dutton's only downfall is his liver never says mercy. So I guess he likes to party. Then it's all good.
Maybe Kleppe's just can't run with Dutton. Got parked alongside. Like it.
Kleppe's got an altered farm. That's what his liver can handle. He's a 2.4 charger, and Dutton's a 4.1. So can only can handle so much air, if you know what I mean. So it's all good.
That's why Josh calls his track time for one more.
Yes, he does.
One more, yeah. Because he goes like this.
Two. Yeah, just one more. Just one more.
One more. Yeah.
Two more, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid, if you're just joining us, we're down and dirty Badger State tractor pullers with our 5 finalists. Well, Nick Gallitz had a hard time. It still is funny because Tom sucks at technology and he's on here and Nick's not, but whatever. I love that. But Josh Dutton, Tom Gallitz, Kevin Engelking, John Kutz joining us. 5 of the 6 tractors that made the finals were from the Badger State. Nick was the other one. And is on here tonight kind of celebrating a great weekend for the Badger State tractor pullers. Who else had a really good weekend, guys? Does anybody, it was hard to keep up with everything and everyone, but anybody else we need to give a shout out to from the Badger State that we have not yet?
I think Chip Downing, not Trip, Chip.
Yep.
He's
They had a good weekend.
John,
I also think that the Zens boys got in the finals in one of them light limited classes as well.
They did, Kevin. Yep, they did.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, do you think it's a disadvantage to the Alki guys to run inside, like with the air? Is that, like, I felt like the diesels really dominated the light limited super stock class. Is that an air thing, or is that just a track thing, or is it just a luck thing?
Yeah, it's kind of they allow some different rules on the diesels. They got pretty good sized chargers on them diesels these days, and
okay.
The alcohol burners are a little different deal. So it's tough for them guys sometimes in there.
Yeah. Well, the Zen boys, obviously we talked to them and they did say that it was going to be a dogfight for them to compete with the big diesels. And I know that they kind of use the national rules there, Kevin, for the light limited super stock class. And, because that was probably one of the reasons why we maybe didn't see as many Badger State light limiteds. Kevin, would you agree with that?
Yeah, that more than likely is the rule. The Badger State rules seem to work real good between, our diesels and the alcohol burners and everybody's got a different idea, but I guess it's working for wherever they're at, and that's all you can hope for. So
yeah, no, I agree 100%. I'm not downplaying at all. I just was curious of that thing. Because I feel like I see the light supers struggle a little bit at Louisville every year, Kevin, and with you being a dyno guy and knowing everybody, I just didn't know if that was something, that indoor air and getting those set. I just was always wanted to ask somebody. So
yeah, sure, I understand that. Yeah.
Kleppe says Dutton has a pro stock liver. Okay, that's perfect. Nick Gallup says he's here, but he's not all there. Kevin Earhart says Paul and Tripp. Yep, they had a great weekend. Yeah, that's one of the things Belsman says. We all know JJ, big JJ from Utica, runs the laser, and Belsman says, "Wow, there's one of me and 5 of them, and the laser operators from the Badger State, and I still won." He goes, that was awesome. So that was funny. Nick Gallitz says Funks ended up second. Yeah, our Badger State points champ in the 3.6 class got second in the 3.6 pro stock diesel truck class down there. So that was good. Zachow doesn't pull with us, but he's from Wisconsin. And then Brett Geek, Tom, was the Mac you towed down to Trip, was that Steward's old Steward's old pulling semi?
No, the Mac we brought down to ship was a new one that Mac let us use to bring it down.
Okay, cool.
I do have the one that Sturwald pulled with, though. That's kind of my lowboy truck, my personal one.
There you go.
It runs pretty good. We didn't turn it down much from pulling.
Pyrometer goes a little higher than have the hired hand in there.
The hired hands I don't like to see them in that truck too much. They can do a little wreckage in that one.
Yeah.
Probably. I got a question for Kevin back to the light limited supers. That if you think if they change the rules a little bit more, the Badger State guys in that class would come down, or what do you think?
I don't know for sure. If they'd get more guys to go down there, I think the rules would stay closer to Badger State rules. But we got to get guys to commit. to do it for Clint to keep that class the way it was, you know.
Right. 'Cause there used to be a lot of them went down, right?
It was, and then when they opened the rules up a little more, it got a little bit tougher for them, and like I say, some of them charges are getting pretty big on them tractors, and you know, it all starts out as a good thing, but then when guys get serious, it gets, you know, it gets a little tougher for guys. So
Yeah. Everybody wants to go a little faster, right? Than the other.
that's always the case, you know, and some of the stuff we just got to keep under wraps a little bit to keep everybody happy, I guess. So.
Tony, that's Trip Downing's tractor in there. So someone asked who's the other tractor was. That's Trip Downing's. It's sitting next to Johnny Kuntz.
Yeah. Trip keeps his tractor here.
How much you charge him for rent, Kutzy? That's a nice shop.
Oh, Trip's a pretty good guy, so it's okay.
I know, but we got to pick on him a little bit. That's how we make him tougher. So.
Well, he called mine down there, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Is Trip Chip's brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're twins, Greg. They're twins.
Are they?
So, yeah.
I only know that.
Mirror image.
Yeah.
I was just impressed watching. I haven't been down to the Winter Nationals for quite some time, and the last time I was there, I announced down there when it was in Gordyville. But watching, you know, on the live stream, watching throughout here, I was impressed of how far it's come along and how fast that they're running tractors and trucks in and out of there. You push the clutch in, they're hooking on the nose of that tractor, pushing you back, and you're gone. You know, it was just amazing how they kept the show going and how many hooks and the sled settings. It was just nuts. I thought it was a good show, great show.
Yeah, John, I put a time-lapse camera back. I can't wait to see it. You know, when it shows it faster of all the moving parts. I put one back by the smoke tubes in the back, and I had one up at the pit area where the guys get drug into the building before they go to the sled. And I put a GoPro on every piece of equipment. And I talked to Chris, who ran the roller at the end of the track, and he said his goal was to be done before they had that next tractor into the thing. And I would say half the time he did, and half the time he didn't. A lot of it depended upon if they had to bring the rake out there and work it up a little bit. But I hoped a lot of people pay attention to that. You know, a lot of our Badger State promoters have fast moving shows because of all of you guys on the screen and talk to people. But I mean, I'm telling you, that sled was gone, John. And there went Nick Tucker with the scraper out there, and then the skid steer was right behind it, and then the roller. You know, they go off about half track, and as soon as the sled was back, here come the skid steer with the jib out the other end. It was you can tell those guys have been doing it a long time, and they deserved a smooth show with all the years of the smoke tube breaking. Kevin, remember in Gallitz and Gordyville. I mean, I remember pulling at 2 a.m. because the smoke tube broke. And, you know, and you talk to Tucker and he'll admit it. You know, the Gordyville track was up here, guys, and then the ground was down here. And that smoke tube takes a beating coming off of that, you know, and it's pretty straight now. We actually put a GoPro on the smoke tube as well. So I can't wait to show that. That was kind of cool. It was almost like a mini rod puller, Stranley. You kind of understand that? So
I understand that. It's pretty much the same thing. And from our status, you know, tracks that we've pulled on over the years, that one down there, we kind of geared for a horsepower track, and it was even more than what we kind of, you know, a little more than what we could chew as far as gear wise down there. So that says a lot about our pull, taking that much power.
It was very, 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 very good.
You know, you got to have hats off to you too, John. You guys did a real good job down there this weekend. Nice, straight, smooth passes, and you did a very nice job. You need a little more pulley on there, John. You'd have been there.
Brian did the driving, but we worked hard on it the week before in between all the other stuff I had going on to get that thing ready to go down there. And he was pumped up all week. And when live stream come, I couldn't wait for the show to come out. I was just chewing my nails at the edge. Let's go.
Yeah.
Watching that thing go down the track and sitting at home on the couch.
Your very own Ryan Zolik that runs your guys' scoreboard all summer long ran the live stream for Clint, and that's one of the best live streams. Besides Mav TV and their $500,000 trailer for a live stream, you guys, that was awesome. I mean, it really was. I saw a lot of compliments on it and stuff like that for people watching at home. Engelking, here's a question for you from Colton Bartelt. He has a hot farm up in northern Wisconsin. I think you know Colton or know of him. I think he's a pickler customer. Kevin, how far do you think the hot farms are behind the IPL 510 hot farms with the bigger slotted charger? How big is like a 466 hot farm behind those guys?
I'm assuming he means a hot farm, a slotted charger. The technology in that 3x4 is getting better every year. So I don't do a ton of them, guys. I really can't answer that question honestly, but
Okay.
I would say there's got to be at least 50, 75 horse between them tractors. The 3x3 slot tractors are running really, really good too, though. So
Awesome. Trip Downing says he supplies all the crown for the nights we need to adjust the clutch at Kutz's shop. So that's his rent. So
Look at Johnny smiling too. He knows.
you're out there. I'll zoom in on Kutzy. We can see that smile, those pearly whites. So,
I know you gotta ask Chip one of these times to see him.
Yep. Thomas Wright, that's Al's son, says Heather Gallitz 2023 Rookie of the Year. There it is, Tom. There it is.
The gauntlet throwing down.
I wish she was watching.
She told me I didn't drive. She was something about running into something, but she said it way different than I remember. I don't remember what it is, what her saying was, but it was funny. But
we're going to try to get her. We're going to try to get her to drive him around a little bit and see if she gets comfortable at all doing that.
Is she driving farm tractors for you?
Yeah, she'll drive farm tractors. She runs grain cart and stuff, so she knows what a clutch does and things like that, which some people that age don't even know what a clutch is.
So if you can drive a grain cart and not get hollered at, you can drive a pulling tractor, right? There's a grain cart.
She does. She rode with Nick for a lot of years, and she learned how Nick done it. And you don't actually have to yell at her; she gets it done.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Greg could yell at her.
No, Nick probably, if he'd yell at her, she'd probably leave.
Could be. That's a possibility.
Yeah, but I hope to see her in the seat next year. That'd be fun to watch.
I think everybody get a kick out of that, including her.
Yep. What's Kathy think about that?
Kathy says she can drive her tractor. Her and Heather will share it.
All right.
Have to build another one, Tom, and call it the Butter Button Express.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing that's for sure in this world, and that's that we're not going to have three. That is one sure fact.
And here says that Heather will drive when Tom rides a horse.
Rode a horse, and it's a very dangerous proposition. Driving pulling tractor strapped in a seat with 5-point harness is much safer than riding on a horse with not even a yellow button to pull out to stop.
There's no emergency brake, is there?
There is no emergency brake on a horse.
I want to be there when Tom rides the horse.
I did it one time, and my wife did not tell me that as I rode her horse across the field, when I turned around, that it would hightail it back to the barn where she was. She forgot to tell me that. That was scared the bejeebers out of me.
Right.
I thought I was going to die on that
in
trip.
The barn on it.
It's not quite as easy as it looks, I don't think.
Nope.
I'll stay away from that.
Emily put on there, and if I remember from the banquet, and I quote, I'd be better at driving a bumper cart than a pulling tractor. Heather Gallitz.
That's what she told me. That's what she told me at Jefferson. I couldn't remember it.
Bumper cart.
I had a laugh up at the banquet. We were revving her up a little bit about it, and she says, if I could have, she says, I'd try it if I could do it with nobody watching. Just then, Josh Jacobs walked up. He says, where do you want to go? That backfired on Heather. And then John Mears come up, and he says, it's no problem. He says, just bend it and send it, Heather. Let it go.
Let it go.
Right.
All right. I want to wrap this up. I'm going to ask everybody our final question I like to ask on our Let's Grow Pulling show. And Tom, being as I got you on the screen, and this will be the same question for all of you. And I know Kutzy's a little slow because he has a John Deere, so I'll go last with him so he can think about it. Love you, Kutzy. If you guys could drive anybody's pulling vehicle now or the past and not have to worry about breaking it, like you don't like if you grab a 4-engine mod or something like that, I don't want to pay for it. No worries if you break it. Whose are you driving? It doesn't have to be a Badger State member, guys. Let's just go pulling wide. Whose would you drive and where would you take it? So, Gallitz, you're first.
Well, I think I'd drive the new Generation Plus at the Jefferson County Fair.
I think we know a guy, Gallitz, probably.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Colin Burkhold says, you keep winning that raffle grand prize, Tom, you'll have 3. You are a lucky bird. I will have to admit that. So.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm guessing you buy a lot of tickets, Gallitz, knowing you. So you
Did not. No, I did not.
No, maybe the people don't know that you've won the grand prize of our raffle twice now, right?
I am not kidding you when I can say truly that my name was on 2 or 3 of the tickets, and that is it.
Yep.
Tom, can we start buying lottery tickets together, you and I?
Well, that I actually was thinking about over the weekend. I should go buy one. But I was thinking.
Nick Gallitz is coming in via phone. His dream tractor would be triple bypass at Toma. Obviously, one of the meanest diesel super stocks ever. So put that out there.
We do have a triple bypass engine in ours now, for whatever that's worth.
Okay, I like it. Dutton.
Well, probably John Links, Pro, and Jefferson.
Okay, Jefferson? Is that close to home, Josh? Is that why?
It is, yeah.
Okay, because I don't want you to give Gallitz a lot of credit. His head will get really big, and he won't. If I put him back on the screen, it won't fit. So.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome, Josh. Let's see here. I said I'd do Kutz last. Mr. Engelking.
You know, this is a tough one. I guess I said in my interview with Greg, I would have liked to drove this Connors tractor. You know, back in the day would have been pretty neat.
Bad medicine.
Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun back in the day.
Yep, that'd have been a man. Yep.
Justin Engelking says Sweet 16 back in 2005.
that was an awesome year. We couldn't do any wrong back then. You know, 2 boys, 16 and 17, and me driving in a rotation and winning 2 associations. I don't think that'll ever happen again. So
that was awesome. That was awesome. I found some old light limited superstock videos, Kevin, and I found you in some of them. It was neat to see some of that stuff. I'll have to send you that link. So
yeah, that was the way our family grew up doing that, and that was really, we raised a good family. And I that's the other thing I wanted to say is Greg's boys and Nick and Tom's kids and you know the Myers, the kids of Pulling sure turned out good. So
yeah, they did. All the parents of Pulling should be proud of their kids. They should be all good kids.
Okay, Kutzy.
Well, I don't know. I guess an LP Super would be pretty cool to try, you know.
Light or a heavy?
Heavy.
Heavy. Where would you take it?
Or probably, you know.
What's that?
I said either one of them would probably be pretty cool to drive.
I think so. Where would you take it, John?
Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't matter, would it?
No, it doesn't. Well, I want you on a good track, John. I want you to pick that front end up and walk it like a dog.
Yeah, right. I don't know, Coma, Hillsboro, something like that, you know.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Greg, John, let's wrap this up and let's do it. Thank you guys for coming on tonight. This is great. And thank you for putting on a great show for the 4-1 class and to represent Badger State last Saturday night in Shipshewana, Indiana. So, Greg, John, take it away.
Well, thank you guys too for making us proud in Badger State too, with the way you guys pulled and the way you handle your guys. It's always good to hang around with good people, and even if we didn't win, you know, I know everybody be good, well behaved, and had fun, right? Even if you weren't on. So I'm proud to have you guys in the club with our club, you know, everybody's club. So I thank you for that. How about you, John?
I just want to say congratulations to all you guys. It's a job well done. And also want to say thank you to everybody at Badger State that I had going out with my family and everybody that come and sent nice messages and whatnot. It's been kind of tough around here lately, but I think each and every one of you, everybody at Badger State, the family and friends, I can't thank you enough. But congrats to you guys, and good luck, Tom, and down in the National Farm Machinery Show. So get your pencil sharpened and go get them.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. I'll be checking out.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Right there, a couple feet away from Sam Powell. First full run of the class. Now, Jumping Jack Flash did exercise their drop to go look at the truck. So even though they didn't go down the track, they preserved their test spot. It does not default to Chris. 29.9 miles an hour at the distance, 291 and 30. 291 30 to Chris Lemke. John will be up next. Corey Funk on deck. Josh Stahl in the hole.
Now, Charles, you're talking about the progression of diesel trucks, how a guy can just click, click, click up the ladder. One of the surprising things you hear out of guys in four-wheel drive truck classes that these bar tires are actually easier to drive than the DOT tires. The DOT tires grab a lot harder, makes it a lot harder for them to get them to slip and actually go down the track.
You kind of see that a little bit. Lemke's truck hopping and jumping down there. Part of it, but see what John Uppy can do. Past due will be the next truck coming out of Ohio. This is a new truck for the team, backing from X&G Performance. Ran it all summer long, and kind of started where it was we talked about the ladder this afternoon. You can go up the ladder. I first saw this truck at a hook in Ohio Outdoors back late summer or late spring, early summer. It was a 2.6 truck. Next time I turn around, he's running 3.